I Today we're going to do a quick overview of how dockets are structured on Trellis and what key information you can find in them. Now, for this example, specifically, I'm looking for a case in Sonoma County. For ease of use and convenience, we're starting off with the table of contents, essentially. These are all anchor tabs, meaning if I click on this, it'll anchor me down to that specific section of the page of the docket. Uh, First section here, it's going to be a very general overview of the case, right? You also have a few buttons that you can work with. There's an update case information. This case was last updated about 2 hours ago. But if you want to manually retrieve it and see what new updates have it, sometimes it may be a day since it's been updated. There's an entire other training video on how to update cases as well too and how those work. You can download the docket, you can print it, you can track the cases, you can share it with an envelope here. If you have access to Trellis, yeah, you can add it to your workspace here as well too. Down below, if I hover down to the case details tab, in this section, you're gonna get high-level case with court name, right? Case number, judge, or judges in this example, any previous judges mentioned on the case, the filing date, the practice area, matter type, the current status of it. And then again, it'll show you when it was last updated in that field to show you when that Trellis refreshed its case as well. Down below, we'll have our parties tab. It's going to list all the parties in the case, from plaintiffs, defendants, attorneys on either side, any related entities, expert witnesses, etc. Each name that you see here is hyperlinked, clickable, meaning you can jump into Smart Search when you go in here and open up another tab to show you any other relative cases or documents that they've been involved in. This is super helpful for due diligence, backgrounding of parties, finding specific legal partners, opposing counsel, diving in as well too, and finding those useful cases and documents as well. There's also those alerts next to each one of these parties. So if you want to be notified of any new case filings moving forward on these specific parties, you can set alerts here. Down below, we're going to have a list of all the documents that were filed. It's a central place for all court filings tied to this specific case. You can preview, you can download, you can request documents if it's not already available. You can filter within the search by document name, say, hey, narrow it down by specific complaint, right? Anything related to the word complaint, and pull in those search results. Very, very useful for reviewing pleadings, motions, orders, etc. There's, of course, a little checkbox on the right next to each one of these entries, so you can bulk download them as well. Down below, it's going to be our latest changes section tab. This is going to show all recent updates since the last time it was refreshed, right? So last update, which was 2 hours ago, today when I'm recording this video for you, March 30th, 2025, on that day, what was added? We noticed that a docket entry was added, a notice of reassignment. The case update before that was on November 8th, 2024. What was added on that day? There's a new docket entry that was added, and it was a notice of entry. There's any file document tied to that specific docket entry, right? You'll see a view document, request document, or get document and purchase them as well too. And then lastly, we have our case events, right? It's a chronological list of all docket entries. Think of it as like the timeline of the case, right? These are going to be based on the search results, and you can go page by page to see how many of those docket events you can view and refer to, right? You also have your filtering, very similar to the documents. If you want to narrow down your specific docket events to specific criteria or searching you're looking for, use those from hearing dates, motion filing dates, rulings, orders, etc., right? Narrow down your results there. Again, since I'm on the very top, right, for convenience, we'll show you when it was last updated on this case information. That's all.